Welcome to this week's episode of Holly's Racing Fantasy. I'll bring you the latest news and what's going on around NASCAR. We'll hit the highlights from last week's race, and I'll give you my fantasy picks for this upcoming week. Join John and I for all things fantasy, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun while we do it. Stick around. Holly's Racing Fantasy is sponsored by Fifth Down Fantasy. For the latest NFL news and pro football and NASCAR picks, trust the gang over at Fifth Down Fantasy. Since 2016, Fifth Down Fantasy has been a favorite destination for football fanatics looking for smart and savvy advice and analytics. Visit fifthdownfantasy.com today. Fifth Down Fantasy, real fantasy advice by and for real fantasy players. After a lot of rain and a lot of delays, the Coca-Cola 600 finally took off at Charlotte Motor Speedway on Monday afternoon.
Yes, it did.
For God's sake, I cannot stand rainy weekends because that always means no practice, no qualifying. Who knows why people are lining up the way they're lining up? And
Right.
who knows if they're going to stay there or where things are going to go?
Yeah.
So it always makes fantasy fun.
Absolutely a blast to pick.
But you know what was a blast? Seriously?
I can only guess.
Seeing Ryan Blaney
Ryan
cross
Blaney.
that finish line first.
Finally.
Ryan Blaney snapped a 59 race winless streak. He hasn't won since 2021. And it was very, very exciting to see him do so, although it was not easy
No.
because he fought and fought and fought to get there, boy. But he did it. He did it.
He raced his ass off.
Oh, he did.
There's no question. And he was up front all day.
Yes, he was.
All right.
Yes.
And not only did he win the race, but he won a stage point.
2 of them.
Yeah.
He led 163 laps.
Mm-hmm.
And he got 64 playoff points for this race.
Okay.
I know. So that was very exciting. I
Very good
got
for him.
very choked up and teary-eyed when they interviewed him because he said something to the effect of, sometimes when you don't win for a long time, you wonder if you'll ever be able to win again.
And he got teary-eyed.
He got very teary-eyed. I got teary-eyed.
That grabbed my throat too.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, it
like
did.
a little emotion
A
happened
little
there?
emotion happened. Like
Wow.
my little tingle.
Wow.
Yep. For Ryan Blaney.
Maybe he started listening to our podcast and
I know.
said, holy shit, I got to kick it up here.
And you know what? I always believed in him.
I know. Deep in your
I
heart.
was deep in my heart. I believed in him, but I was always going off on him.
I know. Well, you're like that,
It's
though.
with love, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Nobody should be surprised whatsoever that William Byron came in second.
Yeah.
He led 91 laps.
My God.
I was scared he was going to win.
I was scared he was going to win, too.
I thought, no, do not let this happen. No offense to William Byron, because we
Yeah.
all like him. He's
And
a
who's
nice
dating who?
boy.
What's the deal again?
Okay, here's the thing, everybody. William Byron is dating Ryan Blaney's sister. For a long time. We always get it confused. Sometimes I thought it was the reverse.
Ryan
but it's
Blaney.
actually
Right.
Ryan Blaney. No, William Byron is dating Ryan Blaney's sister.
Right. And maybe Ryan Blaney's sister got on the radio and said, you know what? If you don't let my brother win,
Maybe.
I'm going to knock you out.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But here's the thing. Ryan
Okay.
Blaney's girlfriend's very pretty. She was in the
Yeah.
booth. She's a good a looker.
See,
She's a looker.
we had it confused, but
We did.
that's so cool, huh?
It is very cool.
Yeah.
So and you know what was very cool is a lot of the drivers came up and gave him congratulations
They
when they were
did.
driving by, nudging him or getting close to him, like especially Bubba, because Bubba and Ryan Blaney are friends,
Yeah.
and his teammates, of course, and
So awesome to
Truex
see.
Jr.
He
I
did.
saw that. That was
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
So that was nice. So in that, guys, let me just give you the recap lineup with obviously Ryan Blaney first.
Okay.
William Byron, who was a bold pick of mine last week, came in second. Martin Truex Jr., also a bold pick of mine last week, came in third. Bubba Wallace came in fourth. Tyler Reddick came in fifth. Once again, there's 2311 coming in, fourth and fifth.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch, despite his long, I thought Kyle Busch was going to be out of that race early on, as did you.
Oh,
and
unbelievable.
Somehow the guy spun out and drove backwards.
He was driving backwards
around the track.
Yeah.
And he still finishes sixth.
He did.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable racer.
It really is.
Yep.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. came in seventh.
Yes.
Shock of the day.
Big shock.
Chris Buescher came in eighth.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Buescher, who also won a stage and led 12 laps.
Okay.
Austin Dillon came in ninth. And rounding out the top 10 is not Todd Gilliland, but Zane Smith.
Zane Smith.
Yes.
Wow.
Zane Smith came in 10th.
He raced truck, right?
I think so, yes.
He was like a truck champion in 2022, I think. Yeah.
Crazy.
I sound like I know what I'm talking about.
No, you do. You do. I will say a couple of other things. I really liked the way the Memorial Day weekend, they announced, Mike Joy announced during the broadcast, he went through all of the military members that the drivers were racing for. Each driver has a military, someone who has, lost their life in the military.
Yeah.
I mean, not World War I, but like recent. Their names were on the cars.
Yeah.
So Ryan Blaney was racing for Sergeant Cruder.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that's what's so special about this race.
It is race.
It's an emotional day.
Yeah, it really was.
I told you somebody was during the national anthem was crying. Someone's wife.
Oh yeah.
They showed.
I forget who it was.
Maybe it was Eric Almirola.
Oh, maybe.
It might have been.
Yeah, you're right.
His wife or significant other or whatever, know. But she was actually, I'm like, I said, oh, how, look.
I know.
She's crying. And you're like, yeah, it's an emotional day.
It is emotional. They had all the military people, the band, the bagpipes, they played taps, the Air Force, the girl, the military woman sang the anthem.
Did they get the doobies off, though?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the concert.
I didn't hear anything about the doobies coming off.
Yeah, I don't think I did either.
Also, once again, Michael McDowell lost a tire.
Yep.
How has this happened at every race? I have no idea.
We have to ask Cooter about that.
We will. I was looking at my notes, and because John wrote down some notes, and I see Michael McDowell tire came off, and I'm like, this must be an old pad of paper I'm looking at. No, it really did.
And there's going to be probably some penalties and handed down to that.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be.
Oh, yeah.
I will also say William Byron's pit crew is pretty much the reason that he's doing so well. That team.
He gained 9 spots every time he went into the pit.
Lord.
Well, the pit crew, and he had the number 1 stall.
Right. So, he did. That's true because he had the pole.
Between that, he might not even finish.
That's true
second.
Because he's not good here usually.
But with rain delays and no qualifying, it
worked out in his favor.
It worked out in his favor. So I don't think you were off with your prediction with him.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, even though you did predict, I know you said he would, but even though he's not good here.
Right. He's not good here, but I said he would because of this.
Yeah,
because of the streaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will also make a mention that Alex Bowman obviously came back this week.
He did.
Which I didn't find out until the day after we recorded last week.
After the show, we found out.
Yes. But he went into his pit stall sideways. Bubba Wallace had been running in the top 10 all day.
He got put back to 19th.
Got put back to 19th because Bubba couldn't get around him.
Yeah, that's kind of a bum deal.
That is a bum deal.
And maybe should be a penalty.
I don't know. There should be a penalty if you don't get in your pit stall.
Get your butt in your stall.
Get in there, man.
What do you have pee out of the stall in the bathroom?
Oh, boy.
You got to get in there, right?
Well, that's true.
Well, I mean, guys can hang out if they want.
I know.
If they're like drunk
I guess.
Playing a game.
Yeah, right.
But, ladies, you got to get in there.
You do have to get in there.
You can't be half out of the stall.
No, that's absolutely true.
Right.
Oh, my Lord.
I know. I'm just getting into philosophy here.
You are. Let's not get into
deep philosophy.
Deep urinary
philosophy.
Anything else happened during the race? Let's see. I don't see my picks, Denny Hamlin or Chase Elliott. They did not finish anywhere in the top 10 or 20 or 30. No, 30. Yeah.
Because someone had a tantrum on the track.
Oh, they did. Well, there's no love lost between Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin. They're always, they'll be getting along for a while, then they go at it. But there's always something going on between them under the covers.
Right.
I mean, no.
Don't say that.
Under the cover of racing.
Right.
So it happened this week. They, Denny got into Chase a little, bumping him up and whatnot.
Well,
I mean,
to be fair, can I say something?
Yeah.
They were going up because you kind of the way the track is.
Yes.
You kind of like if you're low, you kind of automatically fight the draft and you kind of go up the track.
Yes,
and it even happened with Kevin Harvick.
Right,
he got knocked off the track too.
He did.
But that was kind of happening with Denny, and Chase was to his right.
Yes.
So and then.
Unfortunately.
So I don't think Denny was really doing it on purpose. And
right.
Come on. I'm not going to, I'll defend whoever.
Right.
But so Chase said,
well, yes.
Well, let's get into go ahead.
Yeah. So Denny got up and put Chase into the wall, and Chase got mad and came right back down and just smashed
him on the corner panel,
right out.
And Denny took a hit.
He took a brutal
big
impact.
Hit.
Yep.
If you saw the camera inside the car, which we did, it was not pretty.
No, it wasn't. And here's the thing. Chase Elliott took himself out in that. They both were out of the race. It's not
two things I don't understand. I'll give you two things I understand. You got the number one.
Right, exactly. Took him out. Right away, Chris Gabehart, the Denny Hamlin's crew chief, said that he knew. He's like, that was a retaliation, and that was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. And after the after Denny Hamlin got out of the infield care center, he said that is a tantrum and he should not be racing next week.
Yep.
Because the same thing happened to Bubba Wallace. Yeah. He got into Kyle Larson last year and he got suspended for a race. Yeah. So we will go over what happened in the NASCAR news. Right. But, Chase Elliott was like, once you hit the wall, you can't drive it anymore. Just accidentally he pulled a Ross Chastain, acting like it was, just an accident.
I mean, come on.
Except for, please. We could see it on your face.
Yeah. I mean.
You knew.
Come on, you could at least attempt to try to lie, Chase.
Yeah, exactly.
Give us a little bit of show, Right. And then he said, because once I hit the wall, which he barely hit. He didn't hit the wall like Denny hit the wall.
No.
But he said his car was done. He was just done after scraped the wall. And that's all they brag about these new next gen cars is they can scrape up against the walls and they're fine. Right. And everybody brags about that.
Yeah, you're not done.
You're not done.
Exactly.
He threw a tantrum and he did no. So that's the only thing that bugs me about this guy.
I know.
It's just like he acts like, I don't know, a child sometimes.
He does because he's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
And, he's awesome Bill from
Daddy's
Dawsonville
number one.
Son. Yeah. So a lot of people. I know he kind of rubs me the wrong way too. Right. I don't hate anybody, but he does rub me the wrong way. Yep. But we'll get into the results of that.
Yes, that
in our
sounds
NASCAR
good.
news.
Okay.
Now they did have another rain delay, and the cameras show Bubba Wallace and Eric Almirola having a discussion. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Almirola shoves Bubba Wallace.
Yes, he did.
And then it says the two were separated with no further incidents, separated by the same guy who separated Noah Gragson and Ross Chastain.
The same guy. He's got to be the one they send down when things are getting heated.
They must get on the head and say, hey, there's an argument down in this pit. Get down there. And this guy's running. Yep. Yeah. So what happened, John? What happened?
Almirola said, he talked about it afterwards. He said, just early in the race, I felt like I was running him pretty clean. And I felt like he was racing me pretty dirty. He run me all over the racetrack, and then he got by me and he shot me the bird. Yeah. So I just went to ask him, why are you throwing me the bird? For those who don't know what the bird is, can you tell them?
That's the middle finger, friends.
Right, that's the middle finger.
Flipping the bird.
What's it they call it? The salute to, or
the I don't know. French salute.
French salute. I don't know. And I gave him a lot of room and gave him a lot of respect. And he started mouthing off and just saying a lot of bad things and cussing.
God.
So Bubba's swearing down there. Are you not entertained? I'm Bubba Wallace.
Right. That's more Bubba drama.
More Bubba drama
of the week.
So he said, I got my point across. I let him know that it's not acceptable.
Right.
He's not going to cuss at me and shoot me the bird.
Yeah.
And that's when he gave him a shove.
God, I mean, yeah, Bubba, I love him, but he's a hothead.
Yes.
He really is a hothead, and he doesn't think about the things he does or says before he does them.
And then they asked Bubba, he goes, yeah, passionate man. That's what he said.
He says that all the time.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. And then, of course, Bubba had a better finish than Eric.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I kind of felt bad for Eric Almirola.
I know. I feel bad for him, too, because Eric Almirola is actually a nice guy. He really is. He finished 25th.
But you know what? Good for Eric.
Yeah.
Give him a push.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm liking this drama. You know, Holly's racing fan. I'm telling you right now, I like the drama.
I know you like seeing the guys get a little thrown
around or words, and I mean, you know, I don't like to see someone's life, and like Denny, like could have been neck injury, or you know, I mean, it's like
I know.
So, but I mean, I'm loving the drama. I'm loving things are heating up.
You like the energy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know. I understand that. I do too.
So you know, I don't know.
It's true.
That's just what happened.
That's what happened. Yeah. Oh, and the question remains, here's another thing. Will Jimmy Johnson ever finish a race? Because that was that.
He was dead last, right?
Oh my God. He was. Jimmy Johnson.
Don't put him in your fantasy, folks.
No, I would not. An accident on which lap?
Yeah, it was
an accident on lap 10. No, I don't know. Him and Noah Gragson got into it.
Yep.
I mean, nothing bad or intentional.
Right. Yeah, no.
And it wrecked his car.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
He's the legend out there. I think he's just more for entertainment.
I feel bad, though, because I really want to see him up there. I want to see him run like he used to run a little bit. Just be in the teens.
At least, it's kind of like those old wrestling matches in WWE when the old wrestler comes down.
Oh, God.
And he doesn't fight. Like Stone Cold used to come down and be like, blah, 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 blah. And they don't fight, but it's just him just being there as his presence, I think,
that's true.
in a car. But no real deal going on.
I know. Nope. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bummer.
Yep.
So I think that's about it for the race wrap up.
Yeah. It was great. Great race.
Very exciting.
Way better than,
the wait took a long time, and it was Tony Stewart's last time in the booth for the season.
I know, that was sad.
That was sad. Tony got all choked up saying how much he enjoyed being in the booth with these guys. And because, NASCAR is going to go to NBC. I think there's only 2 more races on Fox, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Then it's going to go to NBC.
Okay.
And next year, Kevin Harvick will be the permanent third man in the booth.
Yeah.
So they won't have any guests.
Yeah, maybe they might. Well, they might get 4 of them up there every now and then.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
You're
Tony's good, though.
Tony is good.
He's a little dry.
Yeah,
he's a little dry, but he's good.
Right. It's probably why there's no sexy booth talk this week.
That's why there's no of me this week.
Right, because Anthony Stewart
did not say anything sexy.
And they all probably didn't say anything sexy around him. They were all on good behavior. They were all on good behavior.
Yeah, Clinty Boyer.
I hope there's sexy booth talk in the next couple of weeks because it won't be Mike Joy and Clinty Boyer anymore. So Dale Jr. Dale Jarrett.
Dale Jarrett does some, though.
Yes, he does.
I think I'm looking forward to Dale Jarrett.
Yeah. Steve Letarte.
You're all getting excited about those, right?
I know. Those are the NBC announcers.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get out of here and we'll go to NASCAR news quick.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, we got a little bit of NASCAR news this week. Not a ton, though.
Okay.
First thing I want to start out with is that NASCAR issued an L3 level penalty to Stewart-Haas Racing because there was a counterfeit part on Chase Briscoe's car this week.
Oh, okay.
I know. Basically, that doesn't mean that it just means it's not it's not sourced from an approved NASCAR body.
Okay.
So if it's not from them, it can't be used. And it's not in compliance with the rule book. So, which is really bizarre. So they call it a counterfeit,
Okay, I got you.
And what that means is they are going to be docked 120 owner points and driver points for Chase Briscoe.
Oh, wow.
An additional 25 playoff points if Briscoe qualifies for the postseason.
Okay.
A $250,000 fine.
Wow, pocket change.
And then suspension in the next 6 point races to the crew chief.
Wow.
6 races.
Wow, they're taking this pretty serious, folks.
Yes, an L3 level penalty is the highest punishment.
Yeah, that's what I thought. L3, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Yeah, did not comply with the rule book, so that's the end of that.
Wow.
I know, I feel so bad. That makes Ty Gibbs goes up into the last spot in the race for the chase.
Oh.
I know. So that's kind of funny.
That's crazy.
Oh, and speaking of Chase, let's go right into Chase Elliott was suspended for the move that he made on Denny Hamlin.
You have to. NASCAR, you have to, and you did.
Right. If you are going to suspend other people, which they did.
I know he's NASCAR's baby.
I know.
He's the baby
Everybody
child,
loves him.
the love
you
boy.
know, he is the,
But you know what? You got to find him for that because it was clearly done on purpose.
And you don't want everybody to do that because everybody would do that.
Yep.
If everybody decided to retaliate because they were wronged in a NASCAR race, there would be nobody across the finish line.
Exactly.
Except for Ryan Blaney because he's probably the only one that doesn't wrong anybody.
Right.
So
yeah, you can't say that was.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't even take sometimes it takes like a bunch of replays. You're looking like, did he not?
I know.
It was like first take. I'm like, oh yeah.
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 So
but I don't know what happened, man.
I know. So and you can't afford that, Elliot.
No, you
can't
can't.
afford to fool around because this guy's got to win to get in. And I mean, if he gets on points, then he needs to finish top 5 every single week.
And he's, he probably will get a win.
I'm
here.
sure he will. We've got road courses galore.
Are coming
He
up.
will get a win, but stop, man. You know,
but man, that was not good for your team.
No, it wasn't.
You should be apologizing. Maybe he will.
I know. Well, who knows? Whether you apologize or not, you're going to sit out a race. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Corey LaJoie is going to run the number 9 this week.
Okay.
So that's where that is.
Not Todd Gillian.
Not Todd Gillian and not Josh Berry.
All right. I got you.
I know, which is kind of surprising. I wonder, is Josh Berry like running for somebody else?
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, so that's that.
Okay.
Corey LaJoie is going to drive the 9, and Carson Josefar will fill in for Corey LaJoie at Gateway.
Okay.
So that is that part of NASCAR news. I don't think there's anything else that's really taking over everything.
Yeah, that's why we talked about last week's race a little bit longer. Because,
I know, because Denny and Chase, that's like all over the place. And everybody talking about Ryan Blaney, of course. How, everybody's glad that he's...
But yeah, Denny gets booed, right?
Oh, but Denny Hamlin gets booed.
Denny gets booed.
Whatever.
And this guy does a clear, holy gets...
Yeah, I know. And Bubba Wallace gets booed too.
Yeah, and Bubba gets booed. And I don't know. It's...
I know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that's it for the NASCAR news.
Sounds good.
What we're going to do, there's no sexy booth talk this week. We're going to go into a little bit of Cooter, who was trackside down there.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had a fun weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. We'll have to see what happened.
And then I'm going to go into my fantasy picks for World Wide Technology Raceway.
Okay.
Which will be interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't wait to hear them.
I know, so stick around.
Stick around.
Okay. Oh, I know what that music. That means it's time for Cooter Mouse. Trackside with Cooter Mouse.
Trackside with the Cooter.
So Cooter, that was a long weekend in Charlotte.
It was a long weekend.
Sorry about all that.
Yeah, rain delay.
I know, right?
We went mudding.
I wondered if you did.
We were mudding. Blah, 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 blah.
I think that mice can go mudding anywhere as long as it's rainstorm.
As long as it rains, there's a mud somewhere.
That's
We
right.
find it. Blah, 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 blah. You get that, you go mudding. Whee! Slide down.
I
Get
love
the
it.
hose out. Blah, 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 blah. Slide down again. Whee! Get the hose out. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Awesome.
That's what we did Sunday. Mm-hmm. Because that was it.
That was all you could do with raining all day.
That's all we could do. And we hung out in the trailer, Michael McDowell's trailer.
Yeah, when I saw Michael McDowell lose his tire, I kind of wondered about that.
Yeah, well, you know.
I
The
wondered.
money's on the line. Just give us a call. We're like Dirty Deeds.
No.
Done dirt cheap.
I love it.
Dirty Deeds. Done dirt cheap.
Call Cooter Mouse for your dirty deeds on the
Cooter
track.
Mouse.
I love it.
That's right.
So it was pretty action-packed on
Yeah,
Monday.
it was pretty action-packed.
Yeah.
Especially the fight.
Oh, I wondered, did you see that?
We saw the fight.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw the fight. I couldn't get there fast enough, though.
Well, yeah, you're a mouse.
I know how long it took. I was like, hey! And then they couldn't hear me anyways, you know, so...
No, you got that little voice.
Yeah.
But
But it was like a boxing match, you know?
I bet it was.
Yeah, no, I mean, it wasn't.
Right, it was just a push, but then...
Eric pushed him.
But it was exciting
Yeah,
stuff.
it was exciting.
Yeah.
Drama.
All the time at every race.
As the wheel turns.
As the wheel turns.
Instead of as the world.
Right.
As the wheel turns.
I like it.
Yeah.
That is the new NASCAR drama bit.
Yeah.
I mean-
as the wheel turns.
So are you going to go up to Illinois there?
Yeah.
Where they're heading off to the World Wide Technology Raceway?
World Wide Technology, around Michael McDowell's trailer.
Yeah, that's good. So did you like the ride? Was it easier to get from...
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Good.
It's better than an envelope.
That's true. Better than a FedEx envelope.
A FedEx envelope, you can barely breathe in it.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. At least you can run around the truck when you're en route.
Yeah, it's fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this is only the second time that they're racing up here. So this will be a real interesting race.
It should be really interesting. And if anybody, give me a call.
Definitely.
If you want somebody out. Or call Chase. Chase will take care of it for you. Well, no, he's not racing this week.
Right.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
John was very happy that Ryan Blaney won.
I heard he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were happy too.
I bet.
We love Ryan Blaney.
Oh, I bet you and Connie like Ryan Blaney a lot.
We were like, woo!
I bet. But you were.
Connie really likes Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
I'd put her on the mic, but
No, that's
we'll
okay.
be here 4 more years, you know?
Exactly. She
She
can.
goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah, she sure does.
Yep.
Well, she can join up with us some other time.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, so after Worldwide Technology, we go to Sonoma.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to go all the way out there or not. You can decide.
We'll have to see
Right.
if I can get on the trailer.
Because then after Sonoma, there's a break.
There's a break.
Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
So you have that week off and we won't be on
I'm
the
going to
air.
put my little feet up.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yep.
And then we'll be back here when when the second half of the season starts, and they'll be on NBC. That would be interesting.
NBC.
I know.
Yeah.
So otherwise, you can let us know. But
Yeah.
either way, you're going off to Gateway,
Yeah.
and that'll be very interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty much it,
Oh, you know where they go when they come back? They go to Nashville.
Ooh, I will be in Nashville.
You have to go to Nashville.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go around too. Like the honky-tonk bars and
Oh, yeah.
maybe I can get some reports going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? After Nashville for 4th of July weekend,
What's that?
it's the Chicago Street Race.
Oh.
Yeah, where they're actually going to run in the streets of Chicago.
Chicago.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, does anybody really know what time it is?
Does anybody know what time it is? That's not how it goes. Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July.
Oh, that's pretty ironic that you just said that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be July 2nd.
Right.
Wow.
Maybe I'll sing it a little bit.
Maybe you will.
Yeah, maybe you'll get sued by Chicago.
Oh, yeah, as long as we don't sing the whole song,
There's
we'll be
only
okay.
like 2 horn players that are still playing in the band.
Yeah, I know, that's true.
Yeah. It ain't Peter Cetera.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, Cooter.
Okay.
I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm all there is to say.
Yeah, that's about it. That's
Have a good week.
that's the trackside report.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
And we'll catch up with you next week and get some details about how things went out at the formerly Gateway, now Worldwide Technology.
Yeah, maybe I'll run across the arch.
Oh, yeah. If you do, let us know.
I will. I'll let you know.
All right, Cooter.
All right.
Have fun.
10-4.
All right.
Over out.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, folks, you came for the fantasy.
Yeah, you did.
You stayed for the fun,
I hope so.
but I'm going to give you the fantasy now.
All right, give us the fantasy.
What I have to do for Worldwide Technology Raceway, which you really have to concentrate on to say it without sounding like Elmer Fudd.
Okay.
Worldwide Technology Raceway used to be called Gateway, but now it's not because they've changed to this. And the NASCAR Cup Series only ran it once, which was last year.
Right.
So I don't have a lot of experience to draw on here.
Okay.
But it is a 1 mile intermediate track. So what I did is I went back to 2020 and looked at how all the drivers in the Cup Series have done at 1 mile intermediate tracks.
Okay.
I combined that with how they did last year at WWT, and I threw in a fact or two about how their current streaks are going.
Okay.
And I came up with a mishmash motley crew.
You sound like AI.
What do you mean?
Like, that's what AI is. Like, people ask AI questions and it spits out things. So
Ew, that's kind of weird.
you kind of
isn't it?
sound like the AI of NASCAR.
No, I guess you're right. That's kind of
Yeah.
bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what, except for I'm better.
Oh, of course.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's, I guess if you go that way. So that's what I did. I kind of brought it all together, and I'm going to see, threw it at the wall, see what sticks, and go from there.
That sounds great.
All right. Are you ready?
Let us have it.
Okay, the very first pick for my brilliant list is going to be Joey Logano.
Really?
Yeah, he won here last year.
Oh.
I know, and not only that, he has 3 wins and 8 top 5s.
Sorry.
That's okay. Is this Bill Flynn?
My hearing aid.
That's okay.
No, I had an itch in my ear.
Yeah.
And I went to pull the headphones off to itch my ear, and it got all.
See, this is what happens. This is the real deal here, folks. This is really how it goes.
Hello, folks.
Okay, so he has
Sorry about that.
3 wins at tracks like this, and he's got like 11 top 10s. So I think that Joey Logano will have a good week at WWT.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Next man up is going to be Ryan Blaney.
Okay.
He's on the hot streak, and he won last week, and I think that's going to keep him going. He's pretty good at intermediate 1 miles with 7 top 5s and 9 top 10s.
Okay.
And last year he came in 4th here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, good for me, because he's on my fantasy team.
On your fantasy team.
Yeah.
And then Martin Truex Jr.,
Martin.
who's been doing really well.
Yeah, he's been driving great.
Yeah, he's been coming in great every week. He came in 6th here last year. He has 2 wins on this kind of track and like 9 top 10s. So
Yeah.
I think that's going to be indicative of how well he'll do this week.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And then sometimes it's hard to differentiate between the bold and the brilliance. But sometimes
The bold and the beautiful.
like a couple of these bolds, you would think that they would be brilliant, but I'm not sure. But I think they have a good opportunity to win.
Okay.
And of course, I'm going to say William Byron because,
How can you
every
not?
week, how can you not?
Yeah.
I mean,
The guy's got a chance every week.
he's pretty good at intermediate tracks of this length. He came in here 19th at WWT last year, but I still think he's got a good opportunity to finish well again.
Oh, good.
Kyle Larson, of course.
Yeah.
As long as nobody wrecks him or he doesn't wreck himself.
The Larson Byron 2 punch.
Right, exactly.
Every single week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came in 12th here last year, but he's got a win on this kind of a track, and he's got 8 top 10s and 4 top 5s, so why not?
I wonder if they'll qualify.
Oh my God, I hope
nice
so.
for once.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
And then I debated with this next one, and I'll tell you what.
Okay.
I thought about Kyle Busch, so let the record show that he's probably not a bad pick for an honorable mention. But, Kyle Busch, it's so streaky with him. You never know. And
You never know.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to go with Christopher Bell.
Okay.
9th place finish here last year. He has a win on this kind of track. He's got 9 top 10s, pretty good on the 1 mile intermediates. So I'm going to go with Christopher Bell.
Oh.
And again, honorable mention to Kyle Busch.
Okay.
So when it comes to who not to pick, I mean, I don't like getting into who not to pick, but I just have to say, between Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, and Austin Cindric, not the best at 1 mile intermediates and not the best at this track in general.
Maybe stay away from the Austins.
Yeah, stay away from the Austins and the Suarezes.
Yeah. Is there a song for Austin?
Yeah, well, didn't Blake Shelton?
Blake Shelton, right?
Oh, don't. We can't sing it because every time I hear that song, I can't hold it together at the end.
Right.
Oh my God.
You cry.
I cry every
What's
time.
that about? You cry?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, the name. Yeah.
Okay.
No, the name of the song I think is Austin, right? By Blake Shelton.
Yeah.
So,
This is Austin or something? Or like
right.
an answering machine thing, isn't it?
Stop. I'm getting all tingly right now just thinking about
Start crying.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I
This is
seriously-
Austin.
Right. If you're coming by
Yeah.
the car, I sold
That's
it.
it.
Right.
That's a
Or
good
boat.
song.
Yeah. This is Friday night, I'm bowling. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Yep. Yeah, it's like a breakup song. She breaks up with the guy, right? And her name is Austin.
Well,
right?
we're going way off the picks.
Right. Well, okay. All right. Fine.
You don't have to explain
people,
everything.
Look it up. Google it. Ask your smart device to play it for you.
Yeah, check it out.
And then you tell me you don't cry.
Yeah.
Go on. Say, whatever you've named your smart device.
And then go to our Facebook page and tell us if you cried or not.
Tell us if you cried when you heard Austin by Blake Shelton.
Yeah, let us
And
know.
if you didn't, you are heartless.
Yeah, I
like
don't
John.
cry. Yeah.
Heartless.
Heartless.
Okay, but anyway.
Okay.
So, brilliant picks for World Wide Technology, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and Martin Truex Jr. Bold picks, William Byron, Christopher Bell, and Kyle Larson. And those are my picks, y'all, and I'm sticking to them. If you like what you're hearing, follow me on Facebook at Holly's Racing Fantasy for a little more information here and there. You can listen to the latest episode of Holly's Racing Fantasy every Friday whenever there's a Cup Series race, wherever you get your podcasts. Or subscribe to Holly's Racing Fantasy on YouTube for current and past episodes. Thanks. Okay, you know what that means? That means I got to wrap up the show.
Yep.
My producers are telling me that I ran too long already.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you, if you or someone you know has a gambling addiction and you want help, call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER. And by the way, everybody, I give you this because this is a fantasy sports show, and technically I'm giving you gambling picks. So
keep them coming.
That's why I say, hey, if you're really addicted to this, hey, we do it for fun. This is for fun.
Yeah.
But some people have a severe addiction and problem, so I don't want to feed that. But I'm giving them a little help if they need it.
Right. I mean, fantasy's for fun.
Fantasy is for fun.
I mean,
oh, it is. I thought there was
fun.
I thought there was no sexy booth
But
talk.
it's-
I
But
know.
it's, you know, I mean.
But it's a serious deal.
It could be a serious
For
deal.
some people, it is. Yes.
I could see where it could be.
I can see where it could be too.
Yeah.
All right. So after this, we go to World Wide Technology, which is outside of the gateway arch there,
Yep.
and Sonoma the week after that, which is I love Sonoma.
Do the cars drive over the arch?
No, but I
No.
think Cooter Mouse is gonna
Cooter Mouse is going to try to get over that arch.
like in the Simpsons movie when
Yeah. It'll probably take him a day and a half.
yeah. But I love Sonoma. It's a road race.
Right.
Baby Chase will be back for that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, folks. I'm
All
going to
right.
say goodbye. I'm going to say thank you for everybody who listens to my show, including relatives and coworkers, family and friends. And we will see you here next time.
Yeah.
I want everybody to have a great week. Stay healthy. Stay safe. 1st of June coming up tomorrow.
Already.
Well, by the time you listen, it'll already be June. So be careful.
All right.
And good luck to everybody.
Have fun.
All right. And race on.
Race on.